Hey, what is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, it's going to be my first day back on the course after playing with Ezra. I've done a lot of form changes since I went here and filmed with Ezra. So my goal today is not necessarily to just throw a good score. My goal is just to try to stay true to the form and see kind of if my release points changed and just kind of iron a few things out. So the two kind of parts of the form that I'm working on most is making sure that my head allows my, arm to get the full reach back. So kind of finding this position instead of this position. And the other thing I'm working on is leading with my right foot so I can step, have a pre-plant, a cross, and a plant. I'm finding this just makes it a little bit easier to keep things tight, put my body in the right position. It's coming out of my hand nice, but definitely struggling to find the line. That's always going to happen when you kind of change up your form, though. Oh boy. All right, everything looks pretty good with the form. I just checked the clips, but the one thing that was not good at all, I kind of let my arm go just a bit too low. So I'm kind of pulling like this. That's a really good way to throw nose up and with no power. So let's get this arm up, lead with the elbow. It's better. That proxy flew a lot more like how proxy should fly. Well, all right, we've lost the cicada, but I did find a neutron glitch. So I guess we'll throw this. It's been here all night for sure. It's soaking wet. We'll throw it anyway. Probably should just be throwing glitches. So far, this is really testing my patience. It takes a lot of discipline to actually pull up to the course and then still kind of stay true to all the form things that you're changing. So I'm super curious to see how Bodanza and Drew Gibson address this specifically, because Bodanza is going to play New London Tech for the big tournament down there, and that is a heavily wooded course that requires tight lines. I'm curious to see if he's able to stay disciplined and strict to the new form, even if it's not going well, because at the end of the day, your long-term progress is more important than one single round or one single tournament. I feel like just staying disciplined and staying true to the form as best as you can is going to be a better trajectory to get better long-term. But even me out here right now, just playing by myself, it's kind of frustrating to come out and, make all the shots I'm usually good at, make them look super tough. Looking at the form, just kind of again, dipping that arm down is no good. So I still need to continue on keeping the elbow higher than my wrist and the disc. I feel like that's going to help with the kind of power and hyzer flipping, because I feel like I should be able to relatively easily hyzer flip this hex, but it's so stable. This Horizon MD1 is flying significantly better for me. At least today, it's actually wanting to pop up and go straight, which is messing with my head a lot less than not being able to flip up this hex at all. So I'm definitely enjoying the MD1 a lot more today. This is a really great hole just to focus on hitting the gap. The gap's maybe 80 feet off the tee. And ideally, this hex, because I can't get it to turn, I should have, as long as I hit the gap, it should fade towards the pin. Oh, I had high hopes. This Crave is flying pretty similar, actually quite stable. It's funny how throwing that hex, my mind tells me it should be fairly flippy, but based on how I'm throwing it, it's not flippy, at least for me today. So instead of letting it shake my confidence, I'm probably just not going to worry about getting that hex to flip at all. I'm just going to throw the discs that are feeling good. We have so many variables. Like having the disc selection get in your head is going to be super counterintuitive. So I'm just going to throw the discs that are feeling good and flying good to help reinforce the good habits and not start, trying to force things and start rebuilding those bad habits back up again. All right, I've definitely been rounding at least a little. So I'm going to try and make sure that I'm putting the disc here and not here, because just doing this will almost negate everything we're trying to fix. So line up the shot. We want the disc to be nice and away from us, and boom. There we go. These are the best feeling throws I've had so far today. Yeah, okay. Hitting the gap pretty easily there. All right, that felt like a big step in the right direction, but it starts to get so hard to remember to do every single little thing that you're, trying to improve on. So it's like, if you just go out and play a round of disc golf, there's not really any stress involved. You're just going out and having fun and throwing with your friends. But when you're really trying to fix your form, I feel like that just requires like next level concentration and also just having that body awareness to try and figure out what exactly you're doing wrong. And I feel like that's one thing that separates, the touring pros from the rest of us, is they can feel those minute differences in their form, and they're going to have that aptitude to correct it a lot easier than we do. Oh, I was flipping to perfection. That form felt pretty solid though. We also found this glitch today, so might as well keep it rolling with the found discs. This hole is so tough. That 5-step approach is tough when you have a short tee pad, so I guess you just have to do the Corey Ellis when you have a short tee pad. And now, like I mentioned before, Bedanza's got to play a tournament at New London, which is one of the hardest courses in the world. I also am playing a tournament at one of the hardest courses in the world. I have a B tier coming up very soon at Angry Beaver, which is notoriously known as the most difficult course in Charlotte. And not only that, it's one of the hardest courses in the world as well. And that's what kind of sparked me wanting to really improve my form, change things up. I really want to be able to go out and hit backhand lines with confidence. And I think I'm well on my way. It may not have looked like it in this video, but I really feel like towards the end of the round there, I did start making some serious form breakthroughs. And I actually think with longer holes, I think I'll be more accurate because I can really be confident in that full reach back that I've been getting used to in the open field. And Angry Beaver not only has long holes, we have to hit gaps as well. And I actually think I'm going to be playing better under those circumstances than what I was doing today. But anyway, you guys are watching Iceberg TV. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.